السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم، سامعاني سمية؟ السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
ازيك يا سمية؟
الحمد لله بخير. ازي حضرتك يا مستر؟
ربنا يبارك فيك يا حبيبتي. النهارده ان شاء الله هناخد lesson 5 areas of some geometric figures. The first figure was asked the rhombus. The rhombus is a parallelogram. The rhombus is a parallelogram. It has all the properties of parallelogram, which is each two opposite sides are parallel, each two opposite sides are equal in length, the two diagonals bisect each other, each two consecutive angles are supplementary, each two opposite angles are equal in measure. The rhombus is a parallelogram, and we will add another property to the parallelogram, whose sides are equal in length. It's not just a parallelogram, but all sides are equal in length. Then AB equal BC equal DC equal AD. And its diagonals are perpendicular. Its diagonals, which is AC and BD, are perpendicular and bisect each other because it is a parallelogram. Then MB equal MC, sorry, MB equal MD, and MA equal MC. Okay? The properties of rhombus, all its sides are equal in length and its diagonals are perpendicular. Add to the properties of the parallelogram. The rhombus is a parallelogram whose all its sides are equal in length. Its properties add to the properties of parallelogram. All its sides are equal, then AB equal BC equal DC equal AD, and the diagonals are perpendicular. The two diagonals are perpendicular. AC perpendicular to DB. The area of rhombus, we can perform the area of rhombus knowing the length of its side length. Knowing the length of its side length, just the length of its side length, and we can get by knowing the length of its diagonals. We can get the area knowing the length of its diagonals, or knowing the length of its side and its height. the rhombus is a parallelogram. Then its area equal the area of the parallelogram equal side length times height. Side length times the corresponding height. But here, all its side lengths are equal. Then the heights will be equal. Then the area of the rhombus, knowing the length of its side and its side length and its height, will equal side length times height. The area of rhombus, knowing the length of its side and its height. AB is side length, and this is the height. BC is the side length, and this is the other height. But the two sides are equal. These two sides are equal. AB equal BC, as we know before. And the heights also are equal in length. Then the area may be BC times this height or AB times this height. Then the area of parallelogram equal, the area of the rhombus equal its side length times its height. Any side length times its height, because all its side lengths are equal and the heights also are equal. Example. A rhombus whose parameter is 20 centimeter and its height is 4, find its area. The parameter equal the sum of its side lengths. The sum of its side lengths. The rhombus has 4 sides, 4 equal sides. Then the length of each side equal, you know, Sumaya? The length of each side will be, if the parameter of the rhombus is 20 centimeter, then the side length equal, anyone may answer? Anyone can answer the question? A rhombus whose parameter is 20 centimeter, then the side length will equal, okay. The rhombus has 4 equal sides. Then when we get the side length, we'll divide the parameter by 4. 20 divided 4 equal 5. Then the side length equal 5. The area of rhombus equal side length times height. We have the height 4. Then the area equal 4 times 5 equal 20. But here square centimeter. The parameter of rhombus equal the side length times 4. Then 20 equal the side length times 4. Then the side length equal 20 divided 4 equal 5 centimeter. Then the area of rhombus, which is required in this problem, the area of rhombus equal the side length times the height. The side length here is 5 centimeter and the height is 4. Then 5 times 4 equal 20 square centimeter. The area will measured by the square unit. Here our unit is square centimeter. The area measured by the square unit. Measured by the square unit, square centimeter. This is the area. But the parameter measured by unit, length unit, just centimeter. Parameter measured by unit of length, because the parameter of the rhombus equal side length plus side length plus side length plus side length. Then the parameter is a unit of length, but the area is a unit, there is a square unit. Maybe square centimeter, square meter, square kilometer. All of these are square units which used to measure the area. Number 2, a rhombus whose parameter is 24 and its area is 30 square centimeter. Find its length. How can we solve this problem? A rhombus whose parameter is 24, then its side length will equal, who can answer?
24 divided 4.
Excellent, Sumay. 24
4.
divided 4 will get the side length of the rhombus. Because of all the sides of the rhombus are equal. Then we'll divide 24 by 4 equals 6 centimeters. This is the side length. Here the area is 30 square centimeter. Then we can get the height, the area equal the length times the height. We can get the height.
By dividing the area on the side length.
Okay, excellent. So we can divide 30 divided by the side length. That will equal 30 divided by 6 equal 5 centimeter. This is the height of the rhombus. The parameter equal 24. Then the side length equal 24 divided 4 equals 6. The area of the rhombus equals side length times height. Then 30 equal 6 times the height. Then the height will equal 30 divided 6 equal 5 centimeter. The area of the rhombus, knowing the length of its diagonals. Now we can get the area of the rhombus by two ways. The first way, by knowing its side length and its height. The second way, the area of the rhombus, knowing the length of its diagonals, of its two diagonals. We know that the diagonals of the rhombus are perpendicular. The two diagonals of the rhombus are perpendicular. Like this. The area of the rhombus equal half times the first diagonal times the second diagonal, or D1 times D2, or half DB times AC. The area of the rhombus equal half of the product of the lengths of its two diagonals. Like on this figure, the first diagonal is BD and the second diagonal is AC. Then the area equal half, and don't forget half, because of when we get the area knowing the side length and the height, we multiply the height times the side length, or the side length times height. But here we product half times the first diagonal times the second diagonal, which is BD times AC times half. Don't forget the half. The square is a rhombus. Here we talk about the square. Square is a rhombus with two diagonals equal in length. The area of the square equal half times square of length of its diagonal, may be diagonal times diagonal, equal half times diagonal times diagonals. But the diagonals in the square are equal. Then we may say half times d square. Here, the area of the square, we can say half times d square, because the square has two equal diagonals. Then we can write half times its diagonal square, half times d square. But in the rhombus, we can write half times d1 times d2. The area equal half times d1 times d2, because it have two different diagonals. It has two different diagonals, different in length. Then the area of rhombus equal half times d1 times d2. d1 here is BD and d2 is AC. But in the square, we can write the area equal half times d square, because of the two diagonals are equal. then d times d equal d square. Example 2. A rhombus whose diagonals lengths are 8 and 6. Find its area. Then the area of the rhombus, knowing its diagonals, equal half times d1 times d2. Means half times 6 times 8, or times 8 times 6, because we can, because it is commutative. The product is commutative. Half times 8 times 6, or half times 6 times 8. Then it will equal half times 8, 4 times 6 equal 24. Half times 6 times 4 will equal 24. The second one, a square whose diagonal length is 8. Just one diagonal. The square has 2 equal diagonals. Then one of them 8, then the other will equal 8. Find its area. In the area of the square equal half diagonal square, or half diagonal times diagonal. Half times 8 times 8. Then the area will equal half times 8 equal 4 times 8 equals 32. Half times 64 equal 32. The third one, the area of rhombus is 24 square centimeter. Here he gave me the area, 24 square centimeter. The length of one of its diagonals is 4. Find the other diagonal. Our rule here is the area of rhombus equal half times diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. The area 24 equal half times the first diagonal here is 4 times second diagonal here is unknown. Then the other diagonal will equal 24 divided by half the first diagonal. And this is way to get the diagonal. The diagonal in the rhombus equal the area of the rhombus divided by half the other diagonal. Let's see the answer. The area of rhombus equal half of product times the length of the half the product of the lengths of its diagonals. Then equal 24 equal half times 4 times the length of the other diagonal. Then the length of the other diagonal will equal 24 divided by half times 4, which is 2. 24 divided 2 equal 12. 24 times 2 divided 4 will equal 12. This is the length of the other diagonal. If you ask me to get the other diagonal, we can use the rule as the following. Here is the area. Here we'll put half d1 and here we'll put half we'll put d2. If you asked me to find the area, we'll get half times d1 times d2. If you ask me to find d2, will equal area divided by half d1. If you asked me to find d2, then the d2 equal area divided by half d2. طيب عندنا كهوت ممكن نشوفه؟
تمام يا مستر.
تمام. هنعرض كهوت دلوقتي ونشوف معاكوا تليفونات ولا يعني ممكن في تليفون ابعته على ولا
يا
نشوفه على الشاشه؟ معاك تليفونات؟ طيب اوكي، تليفون معاك. بعته لكم في الشات ولا ابعت
يا مستر تمام في الشات.
اوكي. انا بعته في الشات دلوقتي، حاول بقى افتح الكهوت كده واشتغل، هما سؤالين.
مستر اللينك ما وصل.
طيب هبعته تاني، حاضر. نفتحه، ناخد ممكن ناخد الكي ونشتغل عليه. مود كلاس تيم مود كلاس، ماشي. ممكن تاخدوا الرقم او الكيو اي ده.
تمام يا مستر.
ماشي، اتفضل.
مستر أنا دخلت.
شايفك يا سمية، شايف انت دخلتي. خلصتي حليتي؟
تمام.
طيب ماشي.
لا هو بيقول لي لسه، بيقول لي you are in see your nickname on screen.
اوكي، انا شايف اسمك انا عندي على
بس هو ما بدأش، لازم حضرتك تعمل start.
طيب اوكي ماشي، يلا اتفضل. The area of rhombus is 20 square centimeter. The length of its diagonal is 5 centimeter. Then the length of the other diagonal will equal half times 5 times. Okay, excellent, Sumay. If the parameter of a rhombus is 24 centimeter and the area is 30 centimeter, then its height equal excellent, Sumay. جميل، تعال نرجع بقى لدرسنا. The trapezium or the trapezoid. Trapezium is quadrilateral, have 4 sides, a figure with 4 sides, have only 2 parallel bases. This is a small base and this is the greater base. They are 2 parallel. This side is called leg and this side is called leg. And this is the height. The trapezoid or the trapezium is a quadrilateral in which 2 sides are parallel, only 2 sides. This side small base and this side is a great base. The 2 parallel sides is called bases of the trapezium. The 2 other sides are called the 2 legs of the trapezium. The trapezium has one height. This is the height of the trapezium. If we draw it here, maybe the height, or maybe draw it here or here, because the distance between 2 parallel straight lines are constant. The height here equal the height here because the distance between the 2 parallel straight lines are constant. The trapezium has one height, which is the perpendicular distance between the 2 bases. The distance between the 2 bases are constant because of they are parallel. The isosceles trapezium. When we say the trapezium is isosceles, if the 2 legs are equal in length, like this. The 2 legs here, AB equal DC. The trapezium here is called isosceles trapezium. Is called isosceles trapezium. In the isosceles trapezium, the measure of angle B equal the measure angle C, which are the base angle, and the measure of angle A equal the measure of angle D. This angle equal the measure of this angle. In the isosceles trapezium. The two base angles of the isosceles trapezium are equal in measure. Two base angle here, measure angle B equal measure angle C, measure angle A equal measure angle D. They are called the bases or the base angles. The two diagonals in the trapezium are equal, the isosceles trapezium are equal in length. The two diagonals in the isosceles trapezium. The two diagonals here is AC equal DB. The two diagonals in the isosceles trapezium are equal in length. The base angle قلنا ايه equal in measure. And here the isosceles trapezium has only one axis of symmetry. Has only one axis of symmetry, which is perpendicular to the bases, to its bases from its middles, which is bisect the perpendicular bisector of the two bases. Here, this is axis of symmetry because it divides the isosceles trapezium into two congruent figures. This is called, this line is called axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry, from its properties, the axis of symmetry of any shape, of any figure, divides it into two congruent figures. Then the line L here is the axis of symmetry of the trapezium ABCD. Then the isosceles trapezium, its properties, the properties of the isosceles trapezium, the two bases, the two base angles of the isosceles trapezium are equal in measure. The measure of angle B equal measure of angle C, and measure of angle A equal measure of angle B. The two diagonals are equal in length in the isosceles trapezium. Then AC equal DB. The isosceles trapezium has only one axis of symmetry, which is the perpendicular bisector to its bases. The perpendicular bisector. البربنديكولار bisector هنا يعني لازم يكون perpendicular وبيعمل ايه كمان بايسكت. بايسكت يعني ايه؟ يعني ينصفها، يعني الجزء ده بيساوي الجزء ده. وكمان هنا perpendicular على البيز الثانيه هنا، والجزء ده كده ايكوال الجزء ده. The right trapezium. In this figure, the trapezium, one of its legs are perpendicular to the two bases. One of its legs, which is AB, perpendicular on BC and AD. Here is perpendicular on AD and perpendicular on BC. A right trapezium is a trapezium whose one of its legs is perpendicular to the two parallel bases. To the two parallel bases. Where is the height here? When we talk about the trapezium,
AB.
yes, it is the AB. AB is the height. Then the leg AB will be the height of the trapezium because it is a right trapezium. The middle base of the trapezium, if we have a trapezium ABCD, X is the middle of the midpoint of AB and Y is the midpoint of CD, then XY is called middle base, middle base. And this middle base equal half the sum of AD and BC, half the sum of the two bases. Then XY is called middle base, middle base. And this middle base will equal half AD and BC, half AD plus BC. XY here is called the middle base of the trapezium, and XY will parallel to AD and BC, XY parallel to BC and AD, and XY equal half AD plus BC. Then this XY is called middle base. Now we'll learn how to get the area of trapezium, knowing the length of its two parallel bases and its height. In the figure opposite, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D is trapezoid or trapezium, having AD is the small base and CB is the great base. AB and DC are its legs. Where is the height? The height here is H with DF or BE. The area of trapezoid equal half times AD plus BC times H. The area of the trapezium equal half AD plus BC times H, which is half times L1 times L2 times H. Half L1 plus L2. From the previous slide, we called half L1 plus L2, we called the middle base, called it the middle base. Then the area of trapezium equal the middle base times height, the middle base times height. The middle base here is half times L1 plus L2. Finding the area of the trapezium, knowing the length of the middle base and its height, it's the same. We'll substitute half L1 plus L2 by the middle base times the height. Then the area of trapezium equal middle base, which is called L, times height, which is called H. Then the area of trapezium equal the length of the middle base times height. The area of the trapezium ABCD equal XY, the length of XY times L height, which is DE, or L times H, the middle base times height. Let's go to see examples. The first example here, a trapezium in which the trapezium in which the length of two parallel bases is 7 centimeters. And 9 centimeters. This is the basis. And the height is 5 centimeters. Find the area. The area here equal, the area will equal half times L1, first base, then will equal half times L1, which is 7, plus 9 which is the second base times the height. Where is the height here? The height is 5 centimeters. Then half times 7 plus 9 will equal 16. Half 16 equal 8 times 5 equals 40 square centimeter. 40 square centimeter. And now the second question. A trapezium which the length of the middle base is 8 and height was 12, then the area which formula we can use to find the area? The area will equal the middle base times the height. الميدل بيز هنا كام؟ سمعاني سمية؟
Mr.
The middle base here is 8 and the height is 12. Then the middle base is 8 times the height, which is 12. 8 times 12 equal 96 square centimeter. Equals 96 square centimeter. A trapezium whose area is 126. Here he gave me the area and the length of its middle base and the middle base. We can use the formula as like this: area of trapezium equal L, which is the middle base, L times H, which is height, middle base times the height. This is the area. If you ask me to get the height here equal area divided by the middle base will equal area which is 126 divided by 21, which is the middle base. That will equal
6.
6. Okay, excellent. 6 centimeters. Then the length will equal 6 centimeters. The height, sorry, will equal 6 centimeters. احنا كان المفروض النهارده زي كل مره بناخد 2 lessons في الجيومتري، لكن الليسون ده نهايه يونت 1 يونت 4. ده نهايه يونت 4، عشان كده مش هندخل في اليونت اللي بعديها. دي حاجه، والحاجه الثانيه ان التايم بتاعنا اوريدي يعني اوشك على الانتهاء. بدايه اليونت الجديد اللي هو similarity ان شاء الله هنبدا فيه في الحصه بعد القادمه، اللي هي احنا بناخد حصه جيومتري وحصه الجبرا. فاحنا مقسمين الوقت بحيث ان احنا نعملهم 12 حصه، وكل درس في الجبرا كنا بناخد 3 lessons، وفي الجيومتري كنا بناخد 2 lessons علشان نخلص قبل الميعاد كمان. فاحنا بقى لنا 5 lessons في الجيومتري في يونت 2 في يونت 5، وباقي عندنا في الجبرا 4 lessons. باقي عندنا 4 lessons في الجبرا و5 lessons في الجيومتري. ال4 lessons في الجبرا هياخدوا 6 lessons في الجبرا هياخدوا 2 periods، وال5 lessons هياخدوا 3 periods في الجيومتري. يبقى احنا كمان هيبقى عندنا حصه نعمل ريفيجن فيها في النهايه. هننهي ان شاء الله دلوقتي، وزي ما قلت لكم ان احنا لو محتاجين اي حاجه بنبعتها على الشات، وان شاء الله يعني برد عليكم لو في اي حاجه عايزينها.
شكرا جدا لحضرتك يا مستر.
تسلم يا سمو. اتفضل يا حبيبي. السلام عليكم. مهند.